Hi, Jason. Hi, David. Welcome to Paraguay, and thank you for your.
Thank you.
All
We're
right.
excited to be in Paraguay.
I know you are in Mexico. I am in Madrid, but we are in Paraguay.
We'll
Virtually.
pretend. We'll pretend.
We're pretend. Well, 50 years ago, The Exorcist was released, which is considered by far the most terrifying movie of all time. Considering its success, what was the biggest challenge in making this new film?
Well, in many ways, you just said it. I think considering its success, it could be a really daunting undertaking to follow in the footsteps of a masterpiece. But for us, we just looked at it as a creative opportunity to be able to take that fan base, take that iconic music, and bring a contemporary story up, check in on Chris McNeil 50 years later and see what she's up to. And so many of these became exciting creative endeavors for us.
And can you tell me about the return of Ellen? I mean, in this iconic role, was it difficult for you both to convince her to do the movie?
It was difficult. Initially she was very reluctant to do it. She'd been approached many times to do horror movies over the years. But I think you know what David and I did with Jamie Lee Curtis and John Carpenter to a certain degree with Halloween.
Yes,
she really felt like she would be seen and heard, and really what finally convinced her is she had a meeting with David, and that finally gave her enough comfort to say yes, which was very exciting to both of us.
And what did you do when she said yes? I mean, you were exciting.
You get to work, you know, you want to show up prepared and inspiring to her. She brought such a creative, collaborative energy to not just me, but the entire ensemble that has the privilege of working with a Hollywood legend. So she was sweet and imaginative, and it was a very memorable and meaningful experience.
Right, that's nice. So, yeah, Jason, you were still very small when The Exorcist was released. And David, I believe you haven't been born just yet. So, but do you both happen to remember watching it for the first time? And what did you feel when doing so?
We do. We both remember. I saw it when I was 12 or 13, and I saw it at home because, as you said, I was too. It was about 6 or 7 years after it came out, and I was never the same.
Yeah, you know, growing up and you're watching Nightmare on Elm Street movies and Friday the 13th movies and even Halloween movies, I was not prepared for what The Exorcist would be, and I saw it at a young age and was very affected by the dramatic resonance of it. And it really it's a testament to why that movie still matters today, because it doesn't fall into the traps and tricks of your average horror movie. It is something far different. It almost feels like you're watching a documentary about some bizarre medical condition, and yet you're watching a supernatural horror movie.
Wow. So, to wrap things up, because the time goes, Davis as a director and Jason as a producer, you both have been deeply involved in the world of horror films for a long time. What is it about the genre that attracts you?
I love horror because I think it's a great way to tell subversive, unusual stories and reach a broad audience. That's what I really love the most about horror.
He stole my answer. That's what I was going to say.
That's not fair.
We agree. We agree.
Cool. So thank you for the time. And I really want you to invite the people from Paraguay, even though you are Mexico and I'm here in Spain, to go to the theater and watch this movie, this great movie.
Hello, everyone in Paraguay. Please come see our amazing, scary, incredible new version of The Exorcist Believers. Of The Exorcist Believer, only in theaters.
I hope you enjoy it.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank
Bye.
you. Bye.